Making a video. Might be a bit of a video. Yeah, I'll decide. I won't decide. I will. It'll just happen. So it's going to be a vegetarian, but its general subject of ethics will come up. I'll do some anaconda also. But this really isn't that complicated. And people are just so. These are supposed to be atheists. These open-minded, free-thinking, thoughtful. So they're supposed to be like more, like they gave it a little bit more thought, and they didn't just go with the in the box kind of thinking, and they weren't follow the leadering, and they're just as drony and just as owned by their silly traditions and habits as the silly religious bigots. And they are bigots. They are cruel, nasty, creepy, rude, unthoughtful, inconsiderate, stinking, snobby creeps. Yeah, they're not doing any of this finer thing. So anyway, it goes to the day in person. A very charming young woman. Charmed the fuck out of me anyway. Anyway, I used to make videos, was kind of psycho, which was interesting. And she's much calmer now, and she's going to be making some videos, apparently. And that's good. Got a new camera and such, and yeah, I like it. So anyway, she did this video called Go Vegan. And she just spelled out the, it's past time to just admit the truth and get with the program, so to speak. But I was, there was a couple of quotes. She did a good video, and it had little segments from Da Vinci and Einstein and other smart people saying things like, "This is inevitable. The human race will have to understand, just as they find it obnoxious to have slavery or something, and then, this is going to be realized that this is just another obnoxious, bigoted, cruel, stupid behavior." And they're going to have to grow out of it. They will grow out of it. And any time they waste growing out of it is wasted suffering, wasted cruelty. And that's just the truth of this. There's no other argument here. So anyway, her comment section is just littered with these ignorant, stupid, cruel, mean-spirited, glib responses. So I figured I'll read some of them. So anyway, great video from this guy. I guess he got one thumb up for that. Devatchil too. This weasel of a prick of a puke. 4 little thumbsy upsies. So this is, he's like a bisexual kind of person, very big on these rights he's supposed to have, very obnoxious to the bigots in the world. And what does he have other than bigotry to justify his maligning of all of animal kind, all other mammals, as some thing to be exploited, to be used up in the most insidious, inconsiderate, non-compassionate way possible. Used up, just entirely used up. They have mammal brains, they have heartbeats, they have blood pressure, they have intense, passionate emotions, and this cunt, this bigot, that's all he is a petty bigot, pleads for his rights and the rights of his kind. It's just obnoxious. And I don't mean anything against gays. But I'm just using it as an example that you would think people who are oppressed, people who know what it is to be cruelly discounted, cruelly underappreciated, cruelly maligned and classified by attributes that are irrelevant attributes. It's an irrelevant attribute that mammals, other mammals, can't acquire language and can't go to high school. It's an irrelevant absence. They're not as retarded humans. And it's just a fact. They're not as retarded. They're not emotionally retarded. They're fully alive, fully sentient, fully capable of being tortured, to having terror and fear run through their veins, and you would discount them. You would cruelly step on their necks, cut their heads off, and eat their flesh. Because why? You're better than them? You've earned it somehow? And again, for what rational cause besides the fact that you're just an ignorant bigot? Just like a religious fucktard who would stone a gay man, you are stoning animal kind. You are stoning sentient, harmless animals because you're just a glutton. Because it's to your advantage. That's it. It's to your personal fucking advantage. No other reason. The worst kind of bigot. For personal profit. You have perverted reason and found irrational cause to say, I have an excuse to cause torture. So instead of titling this video, Go Vegan, it should have been titled, yeah, I don't mean to say it should have been, but I just mean we should say, instead of talking vegan, this isn't about being vegan. This is about being anti-cruelty, anti-bigotry, anti-exploitation, anti-torture. And this glib asshole says, no thank you. So that's what he says to anti-bigotry. No thank you. Anti-torture. No thank you. Anti-exploitation. No thank you. Well, that's what you deserve, fucker. I hope you get, well, you already have gotten pretty much what you deserve. Yeah. And may you, yeah, you can't make it any, it can't be bad enough for you. Alright, you're in the business of selling their flesh, and you're happy and proud of it, and you're happy to do it. And I'm happy to wish the worst for you. I'm happy to wish you get exactly what you deserve. Exactly what you give, you should fucking goddamn get. And that is benign glibbery. You should glibly get from the world, from the rest of humanity, exactly the discounting and the cruel miscategorization that you are imposing. You fucking cunt. Alright, unworship Diddity guy. Who's a nice enough guy, but he's another one of these don't worry, be happy guys most of the time. Just trying to whistle his way through bullshit. I've toyed with the idea of going vegan, but I've been quitting one addiction at a time. Well, yeah, so you're just this blighty, addictive blight on the fucking human race, pretty much, right? Just some sort of drug addict, sex addict, anything kind of addict. And you're just making excuses for saying, no, I can't be functional. I got too many dysfunctions. You're just, you know, one more thing to knock off my list. I'll get around to not eating flesh anymore eventually, hopefully, maybe. Yeah, so your response to don't be cruel, don't be a torturer, don't be an exploiter, don't be a fucking bigot. Your response is, I'll get around to it when I feel like it. And you expect what from the world? You expect the world to have some sort of decency somewhere? When you, a pretty smart guy, can't manage it? You can't manage to recognize that this glib response to overt, absolute torture is kind of evidence that, oh man, we really are in fucking trouble if the people who can figure out a few of these things, who can figure out that the word ethics might actually mean something, can't come up with a better response than this. I'm too lazy. Seize the day, dude, seize the day. Captain Andy says, yeah, fuck you in the ass is what he should have said. You know, you glib motherfucker, that's the best you can do? I mean, you know, there was lots of people who, you know, died, you know, in the Civil War. Lots of people who died in the Civil Rights Movement even. You know, people who didn't have a vested interest. People who only fought because they knew the principle was right. You know, they didn't just sit around saying, yeah, I got other things to do. I'll get around to it someday. Yeah, maybe I'll vote for that. If it ever comes up on the ballot, yeah, I'll vote for it. But that's the extent of your give a rat's ass, huh? As long as it's not your rat's ass. in the medical laboratory having an ear sewn on your ass, yeah, it's all okay. As long as it's not you, it's okay. That's all you're saying, loud and clear. You don't think Whitey was saying that for hundreds of years when he was watching the slaves suffer in the fields? It's not me. Fuck them. So that's the best you can do too. It's not me. Fuck them. Yeah, not much edification in your response. Cute furry creatures. It's their own damn fault. They taste so good dead. No, they taste good cooked, which is a demonstration of the fact that this is not some sort of natural thing you're doing. It's a very unnatural act. You had to first learn how to control fire, to cook their flesh, to make it taste good. I defy you to go out and eat some raw squirrel or some raw anything out in the wild and tell me it tastes good, that it tastes as good as potato chips. I defy you to take a polygraph test after you've puked up some raw squirrel and tell me how it tasted just like potato chips. And so I say fuck 'em and then eat 'em. Yeah. And you know, this is the power of the atheist mentality. Oh yeah, those dumb religious people, these bigots. I'm big. I'm intellectual. I have logic, and my logic is they taste good. Fuck 'em. I don't care with the sentient brain, emotional character. Pff, fuck that. Right? That doesn't mean anything, right? Wow. Alright, moon guy. Cute furry creatures become whatever, butte curry features. If you like rice and spice with your vice, something dead with your nigh and bread, something popped and gone and your papadom. Well, whatever, I hate poets. I don't even much like English, and I certainly don't like English lyrically. Anyway, bag over his head guy, over something or other. But they are so delicious. It keeps up with these delicious. So you know what we got? What do we got on this planet? We got oranges, apples, peaches, pears, plums, grapes, kumquats, kiwi fruit. You got all kinds of yummy little vegetables. You got potatoes. You got all the grains. You got homemade bread. You got all this tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. And you're just going to keep saying they are so delicious. It's just a habit, buddy. An old traditional habit. Okay? It's like some Jesus freak saying, but Jesus loves me. You're just addicted. Alright? And, you know, grow up. Okay? Recognize the reality. And say, gee, that was a stupid interlude human beings had with grotesqueness. Okay? All the other apes get along just fine without chasing squirrels and ripping their fur off and then chomping on their flesh. With a little bit of gut juice to go with it. Yummy, yummy. However, I'm all for paying more so that the animals can be treated more humanely before they're killed. Yeah, you're all for it, but you're not going to do anything to force that to ever happen. Are you? No. So it never will happen. I'm also for growing meat in a vat. Yeah, well, that'll never happen inexpensively enough to be practical. That is what I tell myself when people tell me I have no good reason to eat meat. Yeah, so you just make rationalizations and excuses. I mean, all you have to say is, look, you don't even have to change your habits to please me. All you have to say is, don't indoctrinate kids. Don't defend the behavior. This is a stupid thing to do. It's like cigarette smoking. I was a 45-year cigarette smoker. Still do the e-cigarette. Addicted to nicotine. I enjoy it, but I would never, ever, ever, I would have a death penalty for anybody who gave a kid cigarettes. No point in doing it whatsoever. No point in addicting people to this bad habit. No point in defending that kind of heroin. And that's all it is. You can live, billions of people prove it every day. They can live without eating much meat or any meat. And it's just a fact. You can get along fine without it. And all your "oh, it's so delicious" talk is just patronizing addiction. Don't you see that's all you're doing? You're just patronizing the addicts. You're just saying, "Oh, heroin is so much fun, though. It's just so much fun. We can't stop doing the heroin. It's just so much fun." Can't they just keep saying that? "Oh, it's the greatest high ever." Right? So what good is it for them to say there's anything wrong with it if they're going to say it's the greatest high ever? Which is a lie anyway. Because there's lots of delicious food that doesn't require you to torture an animal to enjoy it. I'm not vegan personally, but I respect any sane person who makes that insane leap to give up McDonald's. An insane leap. Yeah, I don't understand this. Maybe I should make that insane leap myself. Again, it's really not that much work. You just take it out one day a week, and 2 days a week, and 3 days a week, and before you know it, you find this stuff repulsive. I couldn't even eat beef if I wanted to. It would make me sick. It's disgusting. I mean, it just makes your farts smell and shit. It doesn't do you any good at all physically either. I mean, that's the real game here. Is this stuff isn't good for you. These big giant globby proteins, they just get stuck in your goddamn colon. They just clog up the works. Anyway, no. Yeah, that's a great answer. I've heard all the arguments for going vegan. They weren't compelling. Right, so the argument from it's a sentient creature and you're torturing it, you don't find that interesting. So why should somebody find your interest interesting? Why shouldn't somebody just mass murder you? Why shouldn't you be a victim of genocide and people should just glibly say, "Ha ha ha, he wasn't anything, he didn't mean anything." The argument for defending his right to anything was uncompelling. You won't have a counter-argument for that, will you? No, you won't. If you're not going to respect something else's sentience, then why should anything respect yours, you stupid, idiotic weasel? And they weren't any more compelling the 1000th time. So again, I'm just saying, though, what's the compelling argument for why you shouldn't be run over by a steamroller? Give me the compelling argument. Why? What's grand about you? Oh, not a motherfucking thing, I'm goddamn sure. Best of luck. I wonder, will you go in the Onision route of expounding veganism? Expounding veganism. I don't even know what that means. I just made a video expounding. Anyway, Huggy Sinker. Anyway, I've been paid with it for many years and would say there's no reason not to switch to pesticestism from the average North American diet. The trouble I personally have with vegan diet is that it seems expensive. Again, you know, bread, you know, a bag of rice. You know how much a bag, 20-pound bag of rice, $6.50. That's what I paid for it on sale. 20 fucking pounds of rice, $6.50. Seems expensive? Come on. Come on! I mean, it's 20 pounds of dry rice. You know how much that is? Because cooked rice? I mean, fuck, man. You people are so bogus. And you have to prepare so much of your own food. Oh, that's just a lie. Like I said, you can go to the store, you can buy apples and oranges and kumquats and hoogadoogas and potatoes and carrots and all that shit. And it's just not that difficult. You can buy cans full of shit that has just vegetables in it. You know, this is just cop-out. So to prevent torture, you can't do better than this weaselly little cop-out, whiny complaint. I don't have a lot of time to cook. Well, again, you can buy all this stuff already made. You just pop it in the microwave. Also, giving up dairy completely is really difficult, though I have made the switch to almond milk. I've tried to get used to the vegan cheese substitutes, and the ones I've tried have not been very good. Well, whatever. I mean, again, what do you mean? What do you need substitutes for anyway? I mean, there's so many. You know how many sandwiches you can make? from just peanut butter on bread, like just butter on bread even is a sandwich in itself, but you get a sliced tomato on bread. There's about 7 million sandwiches you can make. You frickin' idiot. God, I mean, just such a whiny, idiotic complaint. You're just all so fucking high maintenance. I mean, you're like some little rich, you know, trophy wife, divorcee whore bitch who needs like $58,000 a week to survive. Once I'm economically supporting myself, I will stop eating the only meat I do at the time, fish. This will represent my conversion to vegetarianism. That makes it sound religious. That is not the intent. Yeah, well, you're not really making an argument for anything here, just this little personal anecdotal stuff, which is fine, but I mean, like again, it doesn't even really matter whether you become a vegan, you know, veganism, he said, not vegetarianism. It just matters that you recognize that this is a behavior not to be supported in human beings. It's not to be encouraged or subsidized. It is to be discouraged and winnowed out of the human psychology. It is as stupid as bullfighting or dogfighting or cockfighting, and we can live without it. I wish all meat was free range and organic, but I need a little meat once in a while. I'd probably be vegan if I had to kill my own, though, because I had a pet chicken once and I would cry if I had to eat it. Jesus. People are just amazing. Again, it doesn't take that much work just to say, yeah, I acknowledge they're sentient beings, I acknowledge this is a stupid tradition, and we culturally should be very supportive of transitioning to a more humane and decent way of living. Wow. Does that take too much work, people? I agree with you mostly, but can't go completely vegan as I make jack squat for money. Again, I am living the poorest man's diet. You can, you know, you buy, well, pasta has gotten a little bit expensive. I mean, goddamn, 79 cents for a fucking pound of pasta. But really, potatoes, pasta, rice, this shit is not that expensive. Right? And it's got a lot of calories in it. You throw a can or two of vegetables in there and you're okay. You're good to go. Eat some fruit, some vegetables now and then, some fresh ones. You're alright. If you know, I mean, beans are good for you. You can throw a can of beans in every 2 days. If you know of a good way to do it on a herb or slim budget, please let me know. Please. Well, again, 20 pounds of rice. $6.50 on sale. I mean, you can't, you know, it's 10 cents a meal. Right, at that price. I mean, so you can afford to pay quite a bit for your rice topping. I'm glad more atheists are talking about this. Thank you, yes. Hey, Rational Access guy, yay. He lives in the land of the kiwi fruit. Yeah. But they do a lot of meat eating, you know, the sheep and all that stuff over there in New Zealand. Very bad. A life without bacon would be empty and pointless existence. Yeah, well, that's what it comes to you for you, right? So a life without bigotry, a life without torture, a life without mindless cruelty. Yeah, so you just sound like idiocracy all over the place. You're exactly what's wrong with the human fucking race. You know, and he thinks atheist primate. So why don't you go look up what primates eat? And recognize that maybe there's a little bit of a problem there, a little bit of a contradiction in your philosophy. You certainly don't need it biologically, and you're only doing it out of dumb tradition, which is what theists do. That's what the God-bothers do. They believe out of tradition. Only by your own ignorance. No thanks, I like meat. Well, that's not really the subject. The subject is, can you defend eating other sentient mammals? Can you defend your bigoted perception that their welfare isn't worth bothering about? Can you defend that rationally? Or do you need a God, a creator of the human animal, to justify any such bigotry? But you're not going to find it in a rational argument. Dawkins can't make the rational argument. I don't think you are, little mystery mind man. So anyway, enough of this shit. Generally speaking, like I said, 90% of the comments negative. I don't know what the ratings of the video were, but they're probably not great. And these people just absolutely suck. And she made a very passive argument. This was a very passive argument, unlike my aggressive argument. She wasn't throwing the cruelty in their faces. She wasn't calling them torturing, cruel, motherfucking, small-penised, weak-minded little dick shits. Well, we'll say limp penises in his case. I mean, he's got a big schlong, but it's probably all oozy and limp. Yeah, and stinky. But anyway, just disgusting. Disgusting people. So anyway, speaking of disgusting people, let's do some more disgusting people. So anyway, he does this is Humanity on Trial 3. So he's talking about the Aliens movies and how, oh, aliens ain't so bad. They're just trying to eke out an existence. And, oh, yeah, okay, so they have this one-track mind, which seems to be drool and lay spawn in other animals. So what? I mean, that's nothing. You wouldn't call something a monster for that, would you? Would you call something a monster if it just tried to lay eggs in you all the time? Like every time you walked out the door, it tried to lay an egg in your throat? Would you call that a monster? I mean, come on, that's not monstrous. That's not horrible. No, that's perfectly acceptable. I mean, it's just this so glib, so glib. Again, this, we live in a world where people are infested with horrid parasites. There are monsters on Earth. There are viruses and microbes that do just god-awful things to people. They are monsters. They're monstrous. This glib motherfucker is just laughing his way past it all. Oh, God. I wish it was a gun instead of his finger. Ugh.
That threaten or confuse us. Was Newt right? Are there monsters? In other words, are there morally evaluatable? Evaluatable? Are there morally evaluatable?
Well, again, notice he keeps using, he switches around these words. 1 minute's ethics, next minute it's morality, morally culpable. Obviously something that doesn't have a capacity to know better can't be morally culpable. But one would argue that aliens probably almost were smart enough to know better, right? That they should have moderated their behavior just a little bit. They could do it. Again, this argument is just so vacuous. This argument basically is if Tyrannosauruses had acquired language and edifying knowledge, that they could never get past their nature. They would never grow out of it. They could never think better than just being big, giant lizards. And I think that's a ludicrous statement. And I think this guy's a ludicrous human who discounts our capacity to revel in the beauty of dignity and grace, graceful, let's use that word, eloquence, doing things right, and doing things well, and doing things efficiently, constructing something that works. And he's just insulting all of that and saying, no, we should just do it based on our nature, which is shitty and fast and to our own personal convenience. We all should be goddamn fucking snake oil salesmen.
Beings out there. I'm not going to comment on their actions, but in their fundamental nature, are there beings out there that we can say are good or bad?
Well, I don't know what the hell that even means, right? In their fundamental nature, they're fucking animals. They can't know the difference. But yes, in their fundamental hardware, they're disgusting. Assassin beetle, praying mantis, eat you alive, from the belly up. Yeah, it doesn't know any better. It's a dumb fucking bug. Okay, but you don't say it's beautiful. You don't say that's wonderful. You don't say make more of those, please.
As I say, can you think of anything nastier than, one of Ridley Scott's Aliens?
Yeah, an AIDS virus. Yeah, there's lots of things nastier. But that's not the point, is it? See, his point is that, bad humans aren't really bad humans. It's just their nature. Lay off. Quit judging. Quit trying to correct anything's behavior. Don't try to get people to grow up. Don't get them to try to be as first do no harmish in their lives as possible. To be careful and cautious, and to build it right. To build the construction of their influence on the world in some sort of deliberate and thoughtful manner. No, just do it sloppy and crude. Just fart your way through life. Literally. Just pass gas your way right through life. That's all this guy knows. He sits there and sells that crap on the internet. Disgusting. So, yes, there are monsters. And they come out on YouTube mostly. This is scary motherfucking... it just is. You people just make me sick. You make me physically goddamn sick. Let's see. I have to make a correction. Not to be an ass, but I thought you might like the information. The aliens are called xenophobes in the original movie. Xenomorphs. Who cares? In the final movie, the whole thing is that we made them to be a biological weapon. Our creators, which are genetically us in a 8-foot bald form, we made aliens and then let them... and we're going to use a version of ourselves genetically for test subjects. Like that makes any sense? I think the guy was a drunk. Ripley Scott or Ripley Blipley or whoever the fuck it is. I don't know which is worse. You don't see them fucking each other over for a goddamn percentage. Well, that was good. Yeah, that was a good line from the movie. So exactly. Yes, humans do suck because we can know better. Yeah. But they certainly do fuck each other over for the percentage, right? In the, in the episode, whatever the one where Ripley's the clone, 4, 5, whatever, 6, I don't know, whatever one it was. Hot little robot chick and shit. Anyway, yeah, in that one, well, they do fuck each other over, right? Because the aliens basically fuck over a guy. One of the aliens, they slice him open so his acid blood, burns a hole in the floor. So I guess they do fuck each other over for a percentage, so to speak. There's no point in reading this comment section, because you're all just going to talk about the stupid movie. This is how stupid it is, right? That you can't even use the analogy of a movie, because then people are just going to talk about all the details of the stupid movie, and they're missing the whole point of his fucking idiotic video, which is whether we should have a trial of our functionality, whether we should take stock of what we have done with our 10,000 or our 15,000 years of civilization, and have we done good enough? And are we at a point where we are demonstrating that we're capable of steering this ship in any kind of rational direction? Or are we demonstrating with every glib motherfucking disgusting day that these selfish fucks, these sellouts to the personal convenience, these sellouts to the immediacy, have got us in preposterous debt, unsustainable exploitation, driving wages into the fucking goddamn sewer, to satisfy a bunch of glib, selfish, self-indulgent motherfucking assholes that this guy would say, oh, leave them alone, they're just doing what comes naturally, they're just being their little alpha, I want to control everybody's self. And isn't that just wonderful? No, it's just goddamn abysmal. We as human beings should want, we should expect, we should demand better than this. And we certainly should be throwing vegetables at assholes like this. You know, very, very firm vegetables at assholes like this, who are just talking up gluttony, selfishness, sloppiness, rudeness, general pukery. You people are disgusting. Just disgusting. Yeah. 13 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. For a video where he basically said it wouldn't be so bad if we were aliens. And, yeah, we just kill and eat animals now. It'd be even better if we lay our eggs in them and let our maggots eat the animal from the inside out. That would make us even more interesting and cool. Yeah, doing something elegant and decent and sophisticated and intelligent. No, that sounds boring. Let's go bowling with, animal heads. That's our nature. I hate this planet. I just fucking hate this planet. Hate it. You people just, humans suck. That's humanity on trial. Yeah, that's my verdict. You fucking suck.